Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Happy Sunday. This is Rob from the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. I got both my dogs on the line today. First, I got the Dream. What's up, kid?
Make money, money, make money, money, money. What's up, player?
Oh,
Yesterday and Friday, I've been hitting them with knockouts and getting out the ring, getting my money and bouncing.
Oh, son, it's been on fire for you, man. I got my boy, the evil genius, as well. What's going on, Dr. Dan?
What's going on, guys? What's going on? You know, a couple of shockers yesterday, but, you know, hit a big-time 3-team against the spread parlay to kind of still carry me over into the night. But, hey, for all those that tailed me on the Davidson play, my bad on that. I did not see that coming. Hey, like I said yesterday, I'm just a gambler, and sometimes I lose. But if you follow me overall for the day, you were still loving life.
All day, man. Well, I hope everybody and their mother, which I think did, I hope everybody got Michigan State to rock. Sparty came out looking dusty. Woo! Damn, down 16 points right out the gate. We were all like, oh, no. But you know what? We held our guns. A couple people hit me up and said, hey, Hatter, what the hell is going on? I said, relax. I said, I think they're going to get it together. Sure enough, they go on a monster run. They got this big dunk, and that just changed the whole game, dude. All of a sudden, they're up 3, they're up 4, they're up 6. I'm like, yeah, we got this. So big ups to every single person that got on Sparty with me yesterday. Hey, it worked out really well. Got a couple live lines to work, dude. I got a Wyoming money line, live line to work, kid. I got Auburn plus 29.5. That worked. My NBA, the Indiana Pacers finally lost a game, so I lost that one. But, dude, huge day after all yesterday, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Not as big as the Dreams nights have been, but, you know, hey, I'm gonna catch you, baby. Don't worry about that.
and you know what? I just got to point one thing out, Hatter. If you were playing Yale yesterday, this is what shopping those lines really means, right? Because you could have gotten Yale anywhere from -1.5 or +1.5 to +2.5. If you got him at +2.5, you're sitting pretty this morning as a winner. If you got him at 1.5, you are crying yourself to sleep.
All day,
so, you know,
man.
really important, guys. Shop those lines.
Oh, I know, dude. And
I got to send big shout-outs to the nation yesterday. While you guys were on, you might not know this, but your boy was debating. I was thinking about taking Auburn with the points because it was just so many. You know, Kentucky doesn't usually cover. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I tweeted out that, you know, they're begging us to take, you know, Auburn. Maybe we should. A bunch of cats from the nation were like, don't do it. Take Kentucky. They're going to kill them. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, I got a bunch of those kind of tweets. My boy Game Changer hit me up, and he's like, yo, Auburn's, you know, cat suspended, you know, shouldn't be there. Some other dude ain't playing. He's like, yo, Kentucky's the move. Kentucky's the move. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to put this one on the nation. I went in. I took Kentucky. Took a -23 points.
damn. How?
Son, I am never doing that again. Never doing that again. Because as anybody knows and anybody watched that game, once a hoop team gets up like 16 points, it starts getting silly in college basketball. And luckily enough, the end of that game, because the little dude from Auburn, the little white point guard, he kept dying to try to make a 3. Thank God he missed the first one, because my man he came right out of the gate. As soon as he got in, shot up a 3. Because if he would have made the first one or the second one, I would have got caught out, because it's not a big difference winning the game by, you know, winning by 18 or winning by 24. And man, it was a stomach ache, but we got it to work, so I got to send big shout-outs, big ups to you guys. Don't ever let me do that again. At night, my man, the kid, came through with Villanova for me. I took Villanova last night. I was out at a party with the wife, so I wasn't able to get on Twitter with most of you guys and tell you guys what was going on, because we were hanging out, and very fun and funny night last night. Absolutely hilarious.
Well, hey, man, sounds like we all cashed yesterday.
You know, you got to listen to your own advice, kid. You got to, you know, it's either Kentucky or stay away.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, you're right, man. Absolutely, dude. You got to stick to your guns sometimes, because every time we kind of veer off a little bit what we preach, it goes the opposite way, dude. So you know what?
We don't never preach. Don't take it 23 points.
I do.
Oh, Dan does all the time.
I felt like the doc up in the house. I sit down. I was like, oh shit. Well,
Here's the deal. They're going to win by 40.
I dropped 23 points as I'm watching the game in the first half, and Auburn's like somewhat in it, but not really. But it's like Kentucky's like playing around though, like they always do. Like it's like Kentucky knows they could beat everybody by 50 points, but it's like, why bother?
Yeah,
I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, yep. I agree.
No, if they played it like an NBA game and they just had, if they played one game with a 6 or 7 man rotation, they would murder anybody. It's like they just feel like they got to throw guys in there to get them in there sometimes.
I know. I agree with you 100% with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they'll be in a rhythm. They'll go on a 12-0 run, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, let's switch it up. Get those guys rested.
Hey,
and I'm like,
Killer Cal knows.
I blame some of that on Killer Cal, too, because he's one of them cats, like, when they don't execute what he wants, then he's like, oh, you know what? All right, just give me 5 more. You 5 go and get them 5 out of there.
Yep, 100% on that, 100% on that.
Hey,
but he's not going to do that in the tournament.
Yeah, probably. Well, you never know, man. Probably the first few rounds he'll probably do that. You know what I mean? The Sweet 16.
I think you'll see in the first 3 rounds, depending on obviously who they play. But, they get up 20, they'll start resting guys. But I don't think you'll see these wholesale 5-man substitutions. I think he's going to ride his horses a little more in the tournament. I mean, these kids are leaving anyway, going to the NBA. So, we'll see. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Their second team is better than almost anybody's first team in the country.
That's right, baby. That's right. Hey, big ups to Nate, the Cheese. I got Jason Riley. I got Paul Michael. I've got Boston Boy, Terry Kohler, Eddie E. Emser's out there. Marlon's out there. Papa Bear's out there. Bluntmaster. Sports Money. James Harrelson. It be as Papa Smurf is out there. Tony Enab is out there. Wicked Stick. What is going on, guys? Good morning to you. How's everybody doing out there?
I gotta listen. We're gonna run over a minute today because I just have to share this little story about last night. Right? I have to share it. It's absolutely hilarious. Well, I think it's hilarious anyway. So I'm out. One of my best friends, his daughter's moving to Boston. She got a job in Boston. So we're out having beer. So we're kind of in like. For those that don't know Connecticut is a huge melting pot. Everybody, for the most part, all get along. Everybody, all the races mix, and it's just, a lot of fun. So we go from this one area, but we go into like this kind of a bad area. Now, all the races do mix, but in certain areas, like the races don't mix because it's like really bad. So anyway, we roll into the port, right, which is a bad area, all right? And I'm like, yo, we're going to this place. It's called the Windmill, all right? So I'm like,
God, I know exactly where you're at.
So I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? I'm with the wife, and I'm not afraid to go to a bad area, but I like to go, with the fellas or something. I'm not trying to take my wife up in a bad area, be like an Animal House or something. So anyway, we parked the car and we're in a bad area, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a freaking nightmare. I'm like, look where we're at. You know what I mean? This is Knuckleheadville in there when we walk up in here. I'm like, so I'm like, all right, whatever. These guys want to go, so it's all cool. Let's just go in, dude. We are in the middle of the hood, right? The middle of the hood, like crazy hood all around us. Okay. I open the door and walk in. It's nothing but elderly white people in this bar. With a band, they're all dancing to like that old time rock and roll Leonard Skinner joint.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on here?
Yo, you talking about that windmill on like the East Haven, New Haven line, like around there?
No. I'm in Bridgeport.
Oh, you were in Bridgeport.
Yeah. It was. Listen, if ever there was a look on my face, it was like that scene in Animal House when all the kids walked into the all-black bar. I was like, yo, what? I couldn't believe this place. It was. I mean, when I say deep in the hood, Deep in the hood. But it was.
You should have let me know you were in Bridgeport, man. I got a homegirl who's a bartender at a good spot down there.
Yeah, no, it was, like I said, it was last minute. They wanted to go. Apparently, it must be backed by the Irish mob, because where it's located at, trust me, the Irish mob got some serious heat in that area, because for that place to be like that, none of them people got, and I'm like, none of these people live here, by the way. They all live in like Trumbull, Fairfield, and you're driving into the hood to party.
That's awesome.
All good, brother. All good.
It was hilarious. Really good time. Really a lot of fun, though, man. A lot of fun.
Papa Bear said he should have yelled bingo.
Yo, they all looked at me when I walked in. I walked in like the music stopped. It was like, oh,
that's a record.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny.
I was like, don't even try it. I got a money line parlay for y'all.
I watch hockey. It's good.
I was like, don't hate. Let me work with you for a minute. We got Villanova and Arizona coming up. Y'all can either get paid or you can throw me out.
It's too bad that those old timers wouldn't be down with the money line. They'd be like, "What are the points, Stream? What are the points?"
Oh.
But they were real. After about 15 minutes, everybody was so cool in the gang. We had the biggest ball, the funnest time. It was just a lot of fun. Big ups to, funny situations that sometimes you find yourself in, and can't always judge a book by its cover.
Oh,
so
definitely.
To the sports, fellas.
Let's get right into it, guys, because it's a mediocre card, to say the least. I mean, I was looking at it. There's not a lot of college hoop. They're just finishing up the conference title games today. And then, we got some NBA, we got some NHL and whatnot. So let's get right to it, man. Why don't we start with the NCAA basketball kids? So let's just take a look at.
Quickly give out. You guys want the scores from yesterday? Everybody's
dude. There's 1,000 of them.
All right,
we're
good.
Yeah,
I was just gonna do the top ones, but we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good, guys. If you want the scores, go on to all the.
You guys know the scores anyway because you bet all the games.
Yeah, right.
So, you probably wishing some of the scores were different.
Yeah, right.
Let me listen to this. Let me see what score the Dream got.
I don't know how. I mean, if you've been listening to the show, I don't know. I mean, other than Dan's, what was that, Dan? You had Dayton, right? That crashed and burned.
David.
But, and the Pacers. The Pacers finally lost. But let me tell you something, dude. Somebody got mad at me for that. I'm like, listen. Dude, the team's not going to go undefeated the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding them till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? So they were playing that pesky Celtics team, Dream.
Hey, real quick, dude, to the Cappers.
Yep.
Hey, to the Cappers that catch, we don't regularly hear from you tagging us with your, what you're doing. Don't grab that one win and tag us.
Dude, I know. You know what, guys? I love all you guys, all right? But let me tell you something. When you guys are out there losing, I don't hear nothing from you. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden you go, 3-1 on a day, and you want me to send out all your stuff all day long. Dude, you guys got to fall back, man. Come on, man. Send me to I want to hear the last 2 weeks record. Then I'll send that out. You know what I mean? I don't get that.
No, for sure.
I don't get that.
I feel that. That's why every day, and I throw out all my plays. You guys can see if I'm winning, if I'm losing. You care to keep track of me? Go ahead and keep track, and I hope you have been, because you want to get on me for, even though it was a 3-unit play and it lost yesterday, we are still up like 8 or 9 units. I think 8.5 total units on the week. So you want to hate on me, and you made 8.5 units this week. Find someone that can do better.
Yeah, I'm
and y'all know how I'm doing. Don't even look. You know I've been killing it. Killing it since February.
Dream, you gotta bring that momentum into Vegas, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to.
Yeah, definitely, because you know what? So you got to kind of go easy the next few days. You know what I mean? Because we don't need that. We need that to keep continuing into Las Vegas, brother. So speaking of Las Vegas,
it's already 85, 90 degrees out there. We're already hot rolling into Vegas, so we're gonna be able to stay hot.
Oh, day, man.
85, 90 degrees out there for real?
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
Oh, I gotta go buy some tank today.
Yeah.
During the day, it's been like 85 to 90 at night, like 60.
Oh,
Dude,
your boy gotta go buy some tank tops today.
Oh, definitely. Hey,
Extra small.
Hey,
Extra small tank tops.
Marlon was saying we should start documenting our stuff. And hey, you know what? Just go on the entire timeline or whatever. And I actually mess around with that a little bit. But the thing is, where I document my stuff, it's hard to get you can't get all the live lines in there and stuff. So it's really, really tough. So what I've been doing is I've been doing screenshots of my plays.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I started looking
That's
at that,
right.
and I love the screenshots of the plays, dude. It's so clutch.
Yeah.
You know,
The problem with the documentation, the problem with documentation is this. Here's the only dip about documentation. Like, I could put in, I could bet 6 games, but I only really like the one game. So I document the one game, but I don't document the other 6 I played. And I lost the other 6, and I won the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the documentation, I look dope, but in real life, I'm dusty.
Yeah, and really, I just let the nation hold me accountable. I throw each and every play out on Twitter. Every play I throw it on Twitter, I'm playing it.
Oh,
Dan
doesn't filter
I'm
anything.
going back and forth with a few cats who, to me, that's how I roll. And you know what? If you really want to ask, I'll show you the ticket.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and last thing I checked, I don't have a handicapper title on me. You know what I mean?
I think we're doing this for free.
I think we're doing it for free. We're just and our picks are. All you got to do is listen to the last 232 shows to hear our plays,
Hey,
well.
don't start. As somebody was saying that you can't be a doctor. You can't be giving out plays and not be held accountable. Just like you can't just go into the hospital and be a doctor if you don't have a doctor's degree.
Oh, man.
As one of our haters has gone on with. So, hey, let's get on to these games.
Yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, handicappers that are out there and you want me to send out your stuff, I'll be more than happy to. But send me out. I don't want to see the day. I want to see send me the week. Tell me how you did on the week. Not. Oh, I went 3-1 today, so please retweet this. No.
doubt.
Relax with it. Fall back. Because you may have went 3-12. And you know what I'm saying. So
students on this down.
And really, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I just got one more thing to say in this, and let's get to games. If you throw out that one day, I went 7-2 and had a great day. That's all fine and good, but you're going to entice people to tail you unintentionally,
right?
And then if they see for the week that you actually went 12-19, you just had one good day. Let's just it's all about trying to be fair to the nation. Throw everything out there every day.
That's it, brother. That's it. All right, guys. So let's get right into it, man. And that's nothing. We're not talking any bad or anything. We're just trying to be realistic. We're just trying to help everybody out because we don't want any new gamblers coming on and seeing that some guy went 3-1, so they think they're dope, and then start tailing them, like you said, Dan, and then lose their whole bankroll because the rest of their week is crap. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and hey, I don't want to feel accountable for some newbie that just has no idea what's going on and doesn't really investigate stuff. So
I concur. And if you're a handicapper or you're a tout, you should be documenting your plays on a third-party site, regardless. You should be doing it. So if you're not, I think it's pretty tough for you not to do that.
Hey, all the futures that we've hit on, are recorded or on YouTube somewhere and everything like that for eternity. This is the internet, so go back and listen.
Oh, and I ain't been on to talk oh, that's right. I wasn't on here to talk about the Duke debacle on Friday night, which was gut-wrenching. But I hope that most of you hedged Duke as we won. I had put out a play. And Duke was the last piece of the puzzle. And I did tell everybody to hedge. Now, mind you, I hit Kentucky earlier that day, again, heavy. So Kentucky's been back-to-back heavy hits for me, minus the spread. But I put out a play, and Duke was the last play in the play. And Randy Lockhart can attest because me and him went back and forth on it. And I told him that he had to moneyline Notre Dame because of the amount of money that he was waiting to collect on Duke. And moneyline in Notre Dame was an incredibly smart move. especially considering the fact that they won. And it saved you from losing all the money from using all the money from all the work that was done in that teaser. So I hope that you guys at least hedged out of that. I got smoked with that because Duke was also, I had them parlayed with Villanova to win their respective tournaments. So that ended up going down in flames for me, which was that would an upset, dude. You talk about an upsetting game for me. Watching that Duke game was so aggravating, and Duke, who I know guys say generally gets all the calls, Duke got like hardly no calls that game.
Yeah.
Not against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
No, when they played, the ref kept blowing the whistle. I was like, yo, where is the contact, man? What is this dude doing?
There's been some bad officiating throughout all the conference.
Oh, yeah, dude. Did you see Maryland yesterday? The guy didn't even touch the player, and he got the foul. He was going crazy. Yeah. I don't blame him, though. You know what I mean?
There's been some...
Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just saying, there's just been some crazy things. I mean, I just don't get it. You got, officials on the baseline that can't tell if a ball's out of bounds off one guy or another. I mean, you're right there. You're staring at the play. They go to the monitor 100 times a game, disrupt the flow of the game. They got to do something about that.
I don't mind them going to the monitor though. I get it right. I'm with that.
So much, but they go so much.
And I don't think that's my issue. To me, it depends on the guys. They need to make it as like set rules, like when you go to it, because there's times when you want them to go to the monitor, they won't go to it, and other times they're going to it like for no reason. I
hear you. Yeah. I hear you. I mean, I also think even though Notre Dame won yesterday, there were a couple like phantom charges. Let these guys play. I mean, you get some big guys going head to head. People are going to fall down. They're blowing the whistle just way too much.
All right. Well,
bad flop situations. The other issue, dude, is the last minute of college basketball is like an eternity.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, dude. I know. It's like a half hour for the last 2 minutes.
It's like being in the Matrix. It's like watching a game, and my wife is like, "Well, where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, they're not gonna do nothing. I gotta go downstairs. I'm gonna go get something, and I'll be back. And trust me, there'll still be 20 seconds left." She's like, "Why? There's only a minute left." I'm like, "Yeah, but this takes like an hour."
Yeah, I know.
I really believe that they're gonna drop the shot clock. I don't know if they'll drop it down to the NBA 24, but they're definitely going to at least take 5 seconds off it because, it's just too crazy that, you got 35 seconds to work with. So I think that'll speed up the
shot clock. They need to get rid of the time. Too many timeouts.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, guys, getting back to this here just real quick, a couple of things I want to say. Number one is, I'm involved. A bunch of people added me to a lot of these chat rooms and stuff like that, these multiple message, multiple people on these messages and stuff like that. Listen, guys, I've been very busy, okay, and it's hard for me to even look at some of this stuff. My phone buzzes like 24 hours a day. You know what? I'm looking at some of the stuff right now. I'm catching up on a lot of stuff that's going on there. I'll look at it and get involved and let you guys know my thoughts on certain things when I get some time to look at that stuff. That's number one. Number two, talking about hedging real quick. Here's a good hedge opportunity that I took yesterday. So you guys know I had Temple $50, paid $400 to win that tournament.
Yep.
So what happened was Temple went up on SMU ski. They went up 7 points, and I was able to get SMU at plus money. So I put $33 on SMU to win 50. It was actually like 49 and change. So I was able to get that money out of it. So I'm going to use that system with live lines with the futures in the tournament. So we definitely got to take a look at that, and I posted that on Twitter. So if you guys want to take a look at it, that's how you do it, baby. All day long. So it was like a free bet.
Hey, guys, we got to go over. A few people have hit me up with that whole hedge thing. And I don't necessarily know that all of our listeners still really fully get how this works. Real quickly, guys, if you have a money line, not any kind of parlay, forget it, doesn't have to be money line, parlay, teaser, anything with multiple teams involved in it, all right? And each team, let's say all the teams have won and you're down to your last team, okay? Or every team's won, you're down to the last team, all right? Now, you put $100. Say your payout is going to be, I don't know. Let's go with $300. Okay, so your payout's $300, and you're down to your last team. Now it really works best if you got the favorite, because now what you want to do is on the last team. Let's say it's Duke versus Notre Dame. You want to go now and you want to money line Notre Dame. Okay, for let's just say $50. Money line in Notre Dame for $50, because Notre Dame is the underdog. It probably is going to pay like $300. Okay, so now what this means is you've got it both ways and you can't lose. Okay, so that means if Duke wins, you win the parlay. All right, you win the Duke money and the 300. But remember, you put up 50 on Notre Dame, so you're going to lose that $50. It does eat into your winnings a small bit, but it covers you in the case of if Duke loses and Notre Dame wins. Now you win the 300 from the other side, so you covered. And now you only got to take off what you bet on your original parlay.
Right.
So basically, what you're doing is you can't lose, but you're going to cut into your winnings a bit. And if you bet a lot of money on a parlay, it behooves you to throw at least something to offset in the event that you're going to get a loss.
Absolutely, Dream. Imagine if you did that on that big baseball parlay back in the day.
Oh, dude, I know, no kidding. And that never even crossed my mind.
Imagine that.
Imagine.
Oh,
never even crossed my mind.
The Dream had a big. What would it pay? Like 20 grand or something?
Paid 20 G's.
And you were down to your last out and lost.
Down to my last out, it was the Dodgers against whoever Mark McGwire played for. I think St. Louis. Mark McGwire played for St. Louis at that time, and I was down. I want to say it was like I think it was every team on the board. I had every team that played on Sunday. I had them, and every team had won, and I was down to the 8:00 game. I was 2 outs away from winning, and my man Gagne came in, threw a meatball right across the middle. And we're down to 2 outs, bases loaded, and I was up, 3-0. My man threw a meatball down the middle, and Mark McGwire hit like a grand slam home run, and I lost my 20 G's just like that. It was the absolute worst loss in the history for me in the history of gambling ever.
So that's why you got to put 10 grand on the other team at that point. You know what I mean? Oh, imagine, dude, the live line would have been nuts being down 3-0.
Yeah, but they wasn't even, dude. This way long ago before they had any of that.
All right, I got you. All right, big ups to everybody that's out there retweeting the show. Before we get into the lines here, I've got let me just pull this up real quick. Hold on 1 second while I'm pulling up the lines. I got, let's see. Nate, I got the cheese. I got Jason Riley. I got Paul Michael, Boston Boy, Terry Kohler, Eddie E. Emser, Marlon, Papa Bear, Bluntmaster, Sports Money, James Harrelson, It Be As, Andrew K. I've got Wicked Stick, APB, C. Rodriguez Jr., Mr. Mac, Cover That Spread, Jeff Ryan, Too Tall, Underdog, Sweet Cat Sides, Clown Man Swag, just to name a few. All right, guys. Let's get right into this because, as you know, we are coming to Las Vegas in a couple of days, and this is gonna kind of set us up for Las Vegas. We got Arkansas, Kentucky today. Kentucky is minus 13.5 to 14, under over 142.5 to 143.5. I don't know. I think today I'm gonna sit back and kind of watch a little of these games unfold first before I bet them and do some live lines. But Dream, I'm gonna start with you since it's your first day back after having yesterday off. What do you think about this?
What you think I think about that?
Well, Kentucky's gonna win, and you're gonna money line them. I get it.
Of course, I think Kentucky's gonna win. No, I'm on Arkansas.
Yeah, right.
Take Arkansas money line.
Careful, Dream.
Take Arkansas money line, guys. No, yes, Kentucky. Come on. It should be a wrap. Kentucky should go out in a blast. They should dominate this game. I know Arkansas is somewhat decent, but Kentucky, come on, you know how dominant they are. As far as the 13 is concerned, which is I know what you guys really want to know. I flirted with danger with these points the last 2 days with Kentucky, so I'm not going to try it one more day.
Yeah, right.
There's a couple other games I like a little bit better. I think Kentucky, my recommendation is to at least buy it down to 10, but that's probably going to be relatively expensive as well, because yesterday I tried to buy the 23 down to 20, and it seemed like it was costing me just as much. So, tease it. put it with something else. Do what you got to do. Can Kentucky beat them by 13? Of course. Will they? I don't know. I can't tell you what to do with the points in this one.
All right, Dan, what you think?
Oh, all over Kentucky.
Here's the deal.
I got two plays on Kentucky. So I got the 14 points because, look, they won by 17 against Arkansas last time. You're talking about a Kentucky team that is dying to go undefeated. They're not messing around. Like I said, I think they win the game by 20 points. But I also love the first half line of -7.5. I think Kentucky comes out to a fast start. Look, Arkansas is one of those, again, like we said about Yale on those back-to-back games. Arkansas is a rhythm shooting team. They're a team that will, I think, come out very slow in the first half, not be able to make their shots, not be able to make their threes. I think Kentucky comes out extremely fast. They'll get the ball into the low block. You'll see some big dunks. They take advantage.
Okay. All right. So we'll see where it ends up, dude. I'm going to sit back and just, like I said, do some live line action. Maybe. I may not. I may just watch this and watch Kentucky lay to SmackDown. I don't know yet. We got VCU.
7.5 first half line is great.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like Kentucky in the first halves. I just haven't. They haven't done it for me in the first half. The second half is a whole different package. VCU Dayton today. VCU's given 2.5 points. Under overs 129 to 130. I've watched the Dayton Flyers several times now. And I've watched VCU several times. I got to be honest with you. I mean, Dayton is incredible at home, but now they're on a neutral court. Didn't really like the way Dayton was playing yesterday, even though they won the game. I have a slight lean on VCU here, but I'm not going to bet it. Dan, what you got here?
VCU obviously shocked me yesterday. They came out a little slow. Yeah. I thought, that big play I had was going to be money. VCU really fought back. And not only did they fight back, they just dominated the whole last, 2/3 of the game after they came out slow. I think VCU -2.5 is money today. I think they play a very good game. Dayton, like you said, they're not at home. So, I don't know if they'll play as bad as they do on the road, but it's still a neutral site. And like you said, they didn't really play a great game yesterday, while VCU played an extremely good game.
Yeah, right.
I'm all over them with 2.5 points.
Okay. Dream, what do you think?
I'm shocked that VCU is here, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm very
too.
shocked that they're here. How they managed to do this, now I got to give them a little bit of props on the coaching, even though I've been killing them all year, because to get to this point is very impressive on their part. And I think that they got enough momentum, enough tournament experience, and I think their coaching can get them through this game. I'm going to take VCU today.
I think I concur, man. I concur. But I'm going to sit back and, like I said, I'm not betting this game personally. So let's go to the next one here. We got Georgia Southern, Georgia State. Georgia State is a superior team to them, but I haven't really watched these teams to really get an idea and a glimpse of what, a good side here. Dan, have you watched these teams at all?
No, I haven't watched Georgia Southern and Georgia State at all. All I can say about this is that obviously you got a small mid-major, whatever you want to call it, and it's an in-state rivalry for a tournament bid. I would stay away from any game. I mean, that's just a little crazy. It's just a little crazy, and anything can happen. If anything, if you're thinking about this game, maybe Georgia Southern with the 7 points, but I'd stay away.
Okay, all right, and Dream.
The Georgia State the Panthers, the Georgia State Panthers versus Georgia Southern Eagles. I watch them all the time.
Idiot.
I watch the Eagles and the Panthers all the time.
Georgia State is winners of 4 straight games, 23-9. Georgia Southern's 21-8. Let's see. Don't really know what I want to do with that game. I know a lot of you guys out there, a lot of the cappers out there have been all over these teams. So, hey.
Of course.
You know what, guys? Feel free to do whatever the hell you want there. Do your own homework.
I noticed that a lot of our cappers stay away from the major marquee games. Now, I know that they like to say that, you don't want to be involved in the game and everybody else is on outside. But isn't that kind of, everybody always talking to me about showing my skill and how I got no skill, isn't it? I mean, like, if I'm a client, I kind of, the reason I am paying you, I mean, yeah, I want to make money, but because I kind of want you to pick the marquee game that I want to bet on.
Yeah, and I can watch it.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to be doing game cast.
Where's your skill at that you can't, you know what I mean, pull up the marquee game and play it, but you want to be all over, the Georgia Southern.
And it's really, I mean, if you got it, this is actually a game where you got one really offensively challenged team, but great defense, and vice versa on the other side. So do what you want to do, guys. These teams are pretty evenly matched. Just looking at the statistics, I don't get the 7-point spread, especially with an in-state rivalry. So it kind of almost makes me want to just take them plus the 7 points, but I'm going to stay away.
Dan, filter that, please. Thank you. I'm just playing with you. We got the next one here is UConn playing SMU ski.
The thing about Doc, though, is Doc plays those type of games. That's why I ain't mad at you, though.
We got to edit that part out for the playback. All right. We got UConn SMU ski. SMU is up to 3-point favorites now, under over 121 to 122. Last time I bet this game, I took SMU. They were playing in UConn, and SMU was up when I started watching the game, and they ended up losing the game by like double digits. It's a revenge spot for them. I get it. UConn is one of them teams that is not going to win the tournament, the big tournament, but they are looking like they're catching fire at the right time. Looked like they were dead in the water yesterday versus Tulsa and came back and won the game. Boatwright going bananas. This is something that I'm going to sit back and watch as well and, maybe get a second half play or something like that. But, Dan, let me start with you on this. What do you think about UConn and SMU ski today?
So, I mean, each team obviously has won a game against each other this season, each on the home court. And now basically, like we've been talking about, this is a home game for UConn. The crowd was going nuts yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
And I actually think got to Tulsa at the end of the game. It looked like they just ran out of gas. They didn't drop a bucket in 6.5 minutes. UConn is coached extremely well. And the thing is they don't have the better team on the court, but they definitely have the best player on the court in Boatwright. I think he takes control of this game. I think UConn actually wins this game today. I'm with him in the 3 points. I also have him in a teaser to get him up to 8 points. It's going to be a really close game, but I think just UConn basically, like I said, home game, they win.
Okay. All right, Dream, what do you think about
This is
UConn?
This is what they do.
I am absolutely against you this time. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think that because you said if I reverse your language a couple of words back, you said the better team is SMU, and that is hands down. Definitely, I within agreement. SMU is better. They played at UConn already. They are aware of what UConn's got going on. UConn's run, yeah, it's incredible. UConn's been terrible this season. They've been awful this season. This is a huge game for SMU. I was really impressed with SMU yesterday versus Temple in the second half of that game. They really buckled down, came out, got Temple under control, took the lead, and just took it on home. It was an impressive way to end the game. SMU can down player per player. With the exception of Boatwright, is better than UConn. Their guys have played well all season. This is a tournament. This is to win their tournament game. I think that SMU is going to win the game today. I also think they're going to cover the 3 points, as I see them beating UConn anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10.
Wow.
Yeah, the one thing that I gotta say is this is Game 7 for UConn. This is not Game 7 for SMU. Is in the tournament. They're in the tournament. Regardless of their seed, they're in the tournament. UConn, if they don't win this game, is not in the tournament. So you got a team basically playing like it's Game 7 against a team that, hey, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. UConn might come out tight. But, man, I don't know. I think UConn finds a way.
Yeah.
I think SMU, though, that being said, as far as UConn's motivation, the other motivation for SMU is they want to win their championship, all right, because it's their title, and who better to win it against than last year's NCAA title holder, UConn? So that's going to inspire them a little bit, more too, and not take UConn lightly because, everybody knows who UConn is. They're probably looking at film right now saying, this team, they're built on Bolt right and him making these crazy shots. And, dude, some of that stuff, is not going to be falling today for him. He got some amazing stuff to work the last 2 nights. Eventually, the magic, wears off a little bit and you come down to reality. And then when you come down to reality, the better team, should prevail. And that's why I got to go with SMU.
Do I smell a bottle of Ciroc on the line today, kid?
No, I don't know.
I already got two. I don't know if I
Do I smell a wager here? Do I smell?
No SMU UConn.
I know. Dude, you know what's bothering me with this game, Dream? And I agree with you. I think SMU does win the game. But what's bothering me is that if I bet SMU and I lose, I'm going to be so aggravated at myself. You know what I'm saying? For falling for that 2 times in a row. That's the issue I got.
But this is the conference. This is the big dog game. If your regular season, you could go yeah. But this right here, this is for all your hard work. You just did the tournament. Your guys are on fire. Your guys, are feeling good. You want to win. You want to beat the old national title holder of last year and show them that you really are better than them after they embarrassed you when you came to their house. Yeah. If you're gonna bet a game, you don't be mad that you lose this one.
Good point.
All right.
So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take a look at it, and I may get involved.
If I know that you're betting SMU, I may not be off of it.
Very funny. Son, don't let my bankroll catch up to yours, kid, because then we go.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Oh man.
The other thing I might want to look at in this game, guys, is the under. Both teams, I think their defenses are highly underrated. I mean, SMU is giving up under 60 points a game, and you got UConn doing the same.
All right.
And,
all right. They can get hot, though. That's the only problem. Good morning to AZ Wildcat 83. What's going on? And Papa Smurf is jumping up and down saying SMU-ski is going to lay the smackdown on
I know, Papa.
I'm with you, Big Papa.
All right, so we got.
I had to call you to come get me out of Dodge last night, player.
Final one we got as far as the NCAA is he said bet Dan the 2 bottles back and a lap dance. Michigan State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's given 7 points. They're giving a touchdown. The under-over is 125 to 125.5. Sparty was a big play for me yesterday. Wisconsin, first half let Purdue have their way with them a little bit and then just absolutely destroyed them in the second half. Wisconsin is a very good second half team. Both of these teams actually are not bad in the second half. So, Dream, I'm gonna start with you, and I'd like to hear what you got to say about this one.
Well, I'm Wisconsin. I'm going to go with Wisconsin. You know me, I'm a favorite guy. You know how I work. Michigan State, I don't, I know these guys, and I know a couple of these teams, UConn and Michigan State. They get this magic at the end of the year, and they want to start, going insane. Izzo's got a great, pedigree with, winning the games and winning the tournament and being real competitive. And now Connecticut also gets motivated as well with Ollie there. And there's no doubt that they got some kind of little mojo working for them. But hands down, Wisconsin is the better team, period. I mean, from beginning of the season to right now, they are definitely the better team. They're definitely more dominant. They're definitely superior in almost every category of this game, with the maybe slight exception of athleticism that Michigan State may have on them. But they offset that with their ability to shoot 3 points. They're fundamentally sound, Wisconsin is. They are not getting this far to lose to even Michigan State right now. They're winning their tournament, and they're going into the NCAA tournament. And with Duke losing, they're looking at, and Virginia losing. If they beat Michigan State, they're also possibly getting a number 1 seed.
Well, who do we got? We got Arizona, Kentucky, Villanova. So you got that last spot open. So you're
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
You're right. And you're talking about eye test stuff. If you look at on paper, though, Michigan State is actually beating them in defense, in rebounding, points for, three-pointers, and steals. That's what Michigan State does good. They steal the ball a lot. I mean, they had a ton of steals on Maryland yesterday. So
but see, they don't beat them in wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Wisconsin, seventh in the country in overall defense. And like I was saying yesterday, they have figured out that, hey, if we get the ball down to Kaminsky on the low block instead of, 18, 20-footers, he scores at will over anybody. Which
me and Heather been talking about that since what, November?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And, he, like I was saying, the guy just reminds me of, a young Dirk. Just can do anything on the court at any time. And when Wisconsin gets that inside-outside game going, which I think they'll do today, I think they dominate. I mean, I'm all over Wisconsin 7 points. I've been riding them all year. They've been really good to me. I'm not going to hop off it now.
I am going to start. You guys are going to think I'm crazy.
Because you love Sparty.
I'm going to start with a light money line on Michigan State and see how the game goes because it's plus 290. So I'm going to start with that and see where the game goes. And then, if I get in trouble, I'll just pull it out. But if they maintain a close game all the way to the end, then I'll just bet Wisconsin to come back and beat them. And I'll make money either way. So I think that's what I'm going to start with.
Pat is an undercover Tom Izzo Michigan State fan. Trust me, because he's been liking Michigan State for years. Don't fall for that. That's his squad undercover. I gotta get you a Michigan State jersey.
I might bring one to Vegas. I might bring one to Vegas, so we'll see where it ends up. So all right, we'll go from there. But guys, don't be tailing that and getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I'm doing personally. So let's just see what else we got. All right, so that does it for the NCAAs. Let's go. And if Michigan State stays up the whole game and wins, I may not even bet Wisconsin to get out of it. I might just keep the money line popping. So we'll see where it ends up, and we'll go from there. NBA, bro. I have one game that I love, as you know. And I'm sure it's no surprise, but we'll get to it as we go. But the first one we got is the Bulls going into OKC. OKC is minus 7.5, under over 204 to 204.5. Chicago just beat them in Chicago, so I don't think OKC is having it this time. Dream, you're probably on the same page as me, is that?
On the same page. I don't see. Definitely the Thunder beat the Bulls to beat the Bulls up. What's the spread again?
7.5.
Yeah, that's I actually that's a bit on the light side.
I agree.
I think, but I like Oklahoma City. And I actually like them to cover their spread.
Wow, interesting. All right, so and Dan, you're kind of.
Westbrook's a showboat. He's like kind of a little bit like me. Likes to show off. Likes to take a lot of shots. Likes to have a crazy game. Who better to do it against to the Bulls? It's 1:00 national TV against the Bulls. Everybody likes to go hard against the Bulls. Like Jordan's still there, but he's not. But that will be part of Westbrook's game plan today. So he'll probably go insane on them, and I would expect them to beat the Bulls and cover the spread.
Well, we gotta see what's going on with Ibaka, dude. He's day to day with a knee injury. So if Ibaka's out, I'm not playing it. We got to take a look at that. That is a 1:00, guys. So just make sure that Ibaka's in there because he is a very, very big part of OKC. Next one we got is the Houston Rockets playing the Clippers. Clippers minus 4, under over 212 to 213. That's a really tough game there. You would think that the Clippers could make it happen and beat them. But, looking at Houston, they're 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games and 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road. Where the Clippers are 7-2 straight up in the last 9 games at home. I think it's going to be a hell of a game to watch. Not so much bet.
Very good game to watch. No, not so much to bet. I think the Clippers, though, as this is a playoff preview, the Clippers need to bring it and need to find a way to beat the Rockets in this game. So I'm going to slightly lean Clippers.
All right. We'll go from there. And Dan, feel free to chime in. Yep.
I just want to say Ibaka is highly doubtful. He couldn't even get through like a shoot around yesterday.
Oh, really?
He's gonna try and give it a go. He's gonna try and do a shoot around before the game this morning or this afternoon. But if he can't do the shoot around, he's not playing. It's highly unlikely.
All right, then I'm falling back on that pick. Then I'm gonna leave that pick alone.
Yeah.
If Baca's not playing, I still like the Thunder, but definitely not with the spread no more. So
Yeah.
I would, if he's not playing, I think you just fall back off of that and just watch it. So guys, make sure. I mean, you don't got a lot of time to find out as it's a 1 o'clock start, but make sure if the Baca's not. Matter of fact, just hearing that he's that banged up, just leave that.
Yeah,
game
even
alone.
if he plays, I mean,
Right.
oh. How many minutes is he going to give you, and how effective is he going to be?
Right. Next one we got is Denver, New Orleans. New Orleans minus 6.5, under over 205. That is a very ugly, nasty game, and I am getting no part of that whatsoever. And Dream, I'm sure you're not, and I'm sure Dr. Dan is not.
No, I'm not. But the thing I got to say is this Pelican team, Anthony Davis has been reemerging on this Pelican team. They've been surging as of late. So what was the spread again?
6.5, brother.
Yeah, I can't get down with no type of points. I don't know. You guys do your homework. You might like it, slight lean on the Pelicans, but I don't really know much about him. And I haven't seen him play much. I just know that, Davis has been picking it up, and they've been starting to resurge now all of a sudden. But I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, watch out for Denver, too, because they are 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games, and winners of 3 straight games. I know that they beat Golden State, but Golden State sat everybody. And big ups to my man Slim Daddy Wins for picking that game up. He hit me up and he's like, dude, Golden State is sitting everybody. You got to bet Denver. So big ups.
Yeah, a few guys put that out on Twitter on Friday. I did see that. He along with a couple other guys made the announcement. I'm not sure, remember who it was. It was just tough because we were all so deeply rooted in the NCAA that I haven't paid NBA attention in 2 nights.
Yeah. New Orleans is 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games at home, and 9-2 straight up in the last 11. Dream. So they're on a little bit of a tear, man.
Yeah, I know.
All right, next one we got my boy going into Orlando. The Cleveland Cavaliers are giving 10 to 10.5 to the Orlando Magic. 201 to 201.5 is the spread there. Gotta love my boy in this spot. He's well rested. Coming into Orlando, coming into Florida. I think he's gonna make some stuff happen here. And I think I'm gonna do a money line parlay. I'm gonna take them as the first leg of it, and I'm gonna leave it open. And I may it's going to be a 3-teamer. So I'll have 2 more spots to add just so I can get, I'll get a pretty even payout on that.
Right now, you could add the Suns.
You could add the Suns? Oh, yeah. Yep. Playing the Knicks? Yeah. Son, did you see the annihilation last night with them? Oh, my God. Golden State won by, 30? 30-something?
Yeah. Well, they were supposed to.
Yeah, well, they were given 19.5 points, dude. So if you had that, you were laughing all day. All day long with that. So let me keep going here and move from there. So, all right. Scrolling down to the next one, let's see what we got. We got Minnesota playing at San Antonio. Pop is given 12 to 12.5 points, under over 205.5 all across the board. This Minnesota team is a little pesky, but I don't think they're going to bet the Spurs. Or they're going to beat the Spurs at all. You know what I mean? So the Spurs, it's minus 917 juice, dude. So I don't know if I'm gonna put San Antonio in that parlay. I may though. I mean, it's a 7 o'clocker.
They've had 2 nights off, a couple nights off. They had that bad loss to Cleveland for their loss. So I expect them to get right back to winning ways tonight and get this game and get back their momentum and move forward.
You think they cover the 12? Tough, right?
No.
Yeah,
that's tough.
It's tough.
Because late in the game, it's tough. Yeah, I would struggle giving it 12.
I concur. So let's move on to the next one. We got Portland playing at Toronto. Toronto's actually a favorite in this, dude. 1.5 to 2. Under over 203. Yeah, I know. But Portland's been playing really good basketball. 203.5 to 204. This has got stomachache written all over it, dude. I am not going anywhere near this.
Yeah, you're right. Stay away from it.
Right? All right. Next one we got.
I like. Believe it or not, I lean Toronto because they're home and they need to show up against a big team. And if there's, even though Portland's good, in the West. So to the Raptors, they're eyeing them thinking, we should get this. We need to get this win. They should be up for the game, as Portland may not be as up for Toronto as they may be up for them. But it's definitely a game you guys should watch. I don't see any reason. I mean, you got enough college and other games to get involved in. So this game is not one that you need to be involved in.
You got this one here that you might want to get involved in. The Knicks playing Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns given anywhere from 11 to 11.5, under over 193.5 to 194. Don't be surprised if the Knicks play them tough, though, because this Phoenix team is not that good.
You're right. And the Knicks were, highly embarrassed last night, so they're going to come. But the Knicks, aren't they? This is like 7 games on the road, isn't it?
Let me take a look at what the Knicks
are in the middle of a very long. This is a very long road trip.
Yeah,
they just
5. This is the 5th game on the road in a row.
Yeah.
5th game on the road in a row. I like the Suns a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
You giving the 11? You giving the 11.5 play? You feeling froggy?
How do you give the 11 with the Suns, though?
I know. I don't think they got any business giving 11 points, dude.
Yeah.
So
that's tough. But if you could get, like you said, in the money line situation, maybe with your boy, definitely, I like the Suns to win the game. The Knicks are tired; they want to go home.
Yeah, definitely. And then the final game we got
the season to end.
Yeah, right. That's more like it. You got the Atlanta Hawks playing the LA Lakers. Atlanta's given anywhere from 8 to 9 in Lake Show. Under over 198. Atlanta's the better team and all that, but I don't know, man. You know what? This Atlanta team bothers me. I don't really like playing them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to kind of just fall back from this one. I don't really like this one. I know Lakers are crap, but I don't know. I think there's better games out there, Dream. What do you think?
What's the spread again?
8 to 9.
Yeah, they're going to beat the Lakers by 8 to 9.
Okay. All right.
Everybody likes you like beating, beating the Lakers like beating the Cowboys. Everybody likes beating the Lakers because they're the Lakers. There'll be stars there at the game. And Atlanta's, like you said, they're a way better team. It's a game that they should win. So you got to win these. Some of these games, if you don't win them, it comes back to haunt you at the end of the season because you're tied for first with some other team and you end up getting a bad seeding for the playoffs. So I believe Atlanta will win this game. The Lakers. They fumble. The Lakers will come out probably and be up and just play around, and then let Atlanta get cruise control all the way to the fourth quarter and then turn it on in the end. So, yeah, I like Atlanta to win the game. I like them to.
My boy Marlon is telling me the Hawks are 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 meetings with LA. So, hey, something to look at, man. All right, let's jump over to the ice, guys. Let's see what we got over there. See if there's anything. Dream, the minus 200 or more favorites didn't lose yet this Friday, Saturday. They cashed.
Oh, so that means that none of our guys have won.
Yeah, right. So it's I think I want to say that, guys, I got to firm up these numbers, but we're looking at like 20, 21 or 22-3 over the month of March, where the heavy favorites have won in hockey. So, take a look at that. Our guys
can't afford that. Yeah. They're not going to do it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Don't matter how much they're winning. We're not doing it.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I mean, hey, you know what? So take a look at this Dream and see. I mean, I'm looking at one right now. You've got the Rangers are playing the Panthers. Rangers are minus 210 juice. Under-over is 5 there, and that's the only one I can see that's over 200.
Hey, I got to bring you back 1 minute. I got to just go over this. Guys, I really like the Suns now tonight. I like the Phoenix Suns a lot.
Really?
As the Phoenix Suns, they've lost a bunch of games as of late. I mean, they beat Minnesota on Wednesday. They lost Friday to Atlanta. They lost to Golden State Monday. They lost last Saturday. So, I mean, they've been getting a steady dose of losing. They finally got a team in here that they could probably win and beat up on a little bit. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to destroy the Knicks today. I think they'll be all into this game. The Knicks are traveling. They're 5 games tired, got beat up last night. I like the Suns. The Suns I like today. I'm going to play this game tonight.
You are, really?
It's a 9 o'clock start. I'll put out a tweet, but I am going to play the Suns, and I'm probably going to give the points.
Wow.
I think this is a great spot for the Suns. I think the Suns are going to kill the Knicks tonight.
Wow. Yeah, the Phoenix has not played since Friday, and they lost to Atlanta on Friday by 9 points at home. Phoenix has been home for a while, for about a week now. So and they're 1-2 in that skid. So we'll see what ends up going on, man. The only game they won was Minnesota, but and they beat Minnesota by 9 points. And Minnesota's way better than the Knicks.
Way better than the Knicks.
I
definitely. If you could money line them, I think that's money. If you could money line the Suns, I definitely know that they're winning. It's whether we're going to do them against the spread or not, which is in question. And if you can get that down to like 6, you should be good as well. But I'll get back to that. Look for me on the tweet later tonight, you guys. I'll probably put out something with them. Now we can get on to this hockey. We were at the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers, Florida. Rangers are minus 210.
Yeah, I like the Rangers. The Rangers, I like the Rangers. Even though I've had some issues with that Panther team, as being like a little bit pesty when I bet against them. I haven't bet against them much, but I think a couple times that I have, they have punched me in the face. However, I do like the Rangers to beat them today. That should be solid.
All right. Anything else on the ice?
Yeah, I like always like the over in the Blues Stars game. Definitely buy the points down to 4.5, over 4.5 in the Blues Stars. That should work as they score. They like to score goals. Predators, Ducks. That's a tough game. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Predators, Ducks alone. It's a tough game. The Preds need a win, but the Ducks do too. I'm gonna leave that one alone. The Predators won the Kings.
Go ahead,
real
Dan.
quick, I just want to hop back on that Rangers-Panthers game.
Yep.
I think that the Rangers actually might kill Florida today, because here's the thing, right? The Rangers have won 4 in a row against some very good teams on the road.
Yep.
They're coming off wins at Chicago, at the Islanders, at the Caps, and then they shut out the Sabres yesterday. Now they're coming home. Florida also coming off a 3-game winning streak, right? But they've been playing at home. They're coming off a back-to-back, and this is a road back-to-back. They beat Carolina. Now they got to come up to New York and play today at 5:00. I think I'm gonna pop on the Rangers at minus 210.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the Rangers too, brother. I'm with you on that. I agree, and the Rangers are dope.
All right, guys. So let's talk this out. What if we did my boy, the Phoenix Suns, and the Rangers in a 3-team moneyline parlay? It should pay pretty good, because the Rangers are only minus 210.
I just don't like your boy because he's on the road, though. He's
playing Orlando, son. Come on. Come on. How are you going to insult my boy like that?
I'm joking.
Unless 5 minutes before the game, they're like, he decided to rest up today.
Yeah, good point, Dan. Very good point. Very, very, very good point, Dan. We got to really pay attention to that. Yeah, no, this would be a game where they would sit some players too. So
you could get that parlay right now though at minus 115.
Minus 115. What do you guys think? If everybody's playing.
I'm loving the Rangers and the Spurs. We definitely got to see if your boy's going to play or not, which is controversial as well. I might just throw Wisconsin in mine instead.
I might add Wisconsin to it.
Interesting.
Go a little grand slam, little 14 parlay action money line.
Guys, you got the foundation. The foundation is definitely the Rangers and the Suns. Even though, I hate that I gave out the Suns, but it's the Rangers and the Suns. And you are going to have to wait all night for your money. That's the only other issue. I know our guys don't got that type of patience.
Yeah,
that's a marathon parlay.
It'll also give you a chance to hedge out at the end if you hit those first legs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, and Marlon's telling me that the Panthers' main goalie is back tonight, so we got to keep our eyes on that as well and see where it goes. But hey, big shout out.
Panthers' backup goalie wasn't bad. He only gave up 3, 2, and 2, and he won 3 in a row. So I don't think that matters.
All right, big ups to King Baron 88 from Instagram. That's been tearing it up as well, guys. So. All right, so I think we got a little consizzle play here, but we just got to figure out how we're going to put it together. So we're Rangers, we're Suns. I'm taking Cleveland in that. I think that's a 3-teamer. And Dan, what'd you say that pays minus 115?
That's minus 115, and then if you add Wisconsin to it, you can get it up to plus 139.
I don't like the Wisconsin play, but
well, I know you're on Michigan State, but
Yeah.
But you a Sparty fan. You a Michigan State fan.
Sparty.
I'm going to try one of your guys' crazy money line parlays.
Yeah, Dan's all spread, so that's definitely something interesting for him. So let's keep it moving, guys, and see where it goes. So, all right, so that's pretty much it, man. We covered everything, guys. You got. I'm gonna start with you, Dream, today, and see what you're on. Then we'll move over to Dan, and I just gave out what I'm on. So, what you got, Dream?
I'm on SMU today as I think they're going to beat UConn, as I hate Connecticut because it's cold, it's nasty, and there's a plethora of taxes to be paid in this nasty state that we live in. I can't stand it, and hopefully Connecticut gets beat by SMU today. But yeah, I like SMU to win their tournament. I also like the Phoenix Suns. I do not like the points necessarily because I never like points, but we'll look at it a little bit later. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to kill the Knicks because they're in New York, and New York stinks, and they are cold and nasty and pay a lot of taxes too. The other things I like and I'm on is I got leans on Wisconsin that I like with Dr. Dan. I also like the Rangers a lot, so it was probably going to be, you guys can don't feel that you have to parlay this up. Some of you guys like playing straight. I got no problem with you playing the Rangers straight, by the way, because that is probably how I really want to play them. I may mix them in a par. For some reason, though, when I mix the three sports, it just doesn't work a lot. I don't know why. I have to stay within the same sports. I don't know. It's stupid, but that's my experiences. But I have no problem playing the Rangers straight tonight, which is probably the way I'm going to play them. I do like SMU, but Rangers would probably be Suns money line is probably my first love. Rangers would probably be second, then SMU kind of right there with them. Fourth on the list would be, I guess, the Spurs, and then Wisconsin last. So make what you want of that. Oh, and Kentucky. My bad.
Oh, that's right. We got Kentucky there
forget
too.
Forget about the do a money line parlay. Kentucky, the Rangers, and the Suns. That works for me.
All right. So that is a nice one too, man. So, but I'm gonna put my boy in it instead. But all right, Dan, what you want?
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll with that 14 money line parlay. I got Cavs, Suns, Whiskey, and the Rangers. So rolling that. Then I got a first half line of -7.5 on Kentucky. Also a game line of 14. And then I am also rolling with UConn +3, Whiskey -7, and VCU -2.5.
Interesting. All right.
I like VCU too, guys. I got to lean on VCU as well. I agree with that.
All right. You'll put it out later on Twitter, though, right?
Probably.
Okay.
I got to come up with something.
Yeah, I know people have been asking me to reiterate my stuff on Twitter. I will do that as soon as we get off the air. My bad yesterday, guys. I got stuff to do before these games kick off and I get off the air. So I can't respond to everybody.
Yeah, man. You know what? Just like we do the show 7 days a week, well, Daddy works 7 days a week as well. So, I'm going to be doing the best I can to reach back to everybody. And, there's a lot of stuff that goes on social media. I got to kind of look at it and get back to everybody. So just be patient with me, guys. I'm very, very busy. And I'm very busy because we are going to Las Vegas in about, let's see, what is it, 96 hours, Dream?
For you guys.
We are gone. We are
Sometimes
gone.
48.
Dan's 48 hours, kid. Dan, you're going to have to go down there and make sure everything is on point for us. I'm going to be emailing you later. We are doing our show, guys. We are doing it Friday and Saturday at the Rouge Lounge in the MGM Grand Casino. It's going to be 12 noon Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you're ready for that. We're going to be doing it live in person. I can't wait to be doing it. The games are going to be going nuts. We're going to be discussing live lines. We're going to be discussing scores. We're going to be yelling at some of the play calls, some of the coaches. We're going to be doing a whole package there, guys. With that said, we are the biggest show in the world. We are Sports Bettors TV and SportsBettorsTV.com. Follow us on all the social media outlets, guys. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. But get that money. Let's go.
Peace.
Peace.